Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, Republican from Minnesota, talking to Chris Baker on KTLK.
Yeah, how is giving $4 billion to Acorn stimulating any jobs?
Well, it's not about jobs. That's the problem. We Republicans put forth a plan that creates twice the jobs at half the cost. And I think our Republican plan could even go further. Imagine if last year, rather than spending $1 trillion, which we did, I voted against it, but the Democrat-controlled Congress spent $1 trillion last year in bailouts, with not turning the economy around. Imagine if that would have been $1 trillion in permanent tax cuts. Chris, this morning you and I would be talking about the problem of not having enough workers to fill the jobs had we done that. Had we lowered we have the second highest corporate tax rate in the world right now. Had we lowered that from 34% down to 9%, had we zeroed out capital gains tax for the next 3 years, that's the engine behind investment and initiative, we would have seen dramatic turnaround and job creation. And instead of Target and Best Buy and 3M talking about job cuts or layoffs or attrition, we'd be talking about having these companies bursting at the seams.
Bursting at the seams. I hope you understand how mental that was, that little conversation. First, let's do something real simple. Circuit City lost a whole heap of money, and that's why they went bankrupt. If they had a 0% capital gains tax instituted this year or last year, you see, they wouldn't pay any taxes anyway because they lost money. See, if they were making a lot of money and they say, oh, great, we don't have to pay taxes, that would be interesting. But it wouldn't matter given that they went to bankruptcy and lost all that money. And they lost all the money before going to bankruptcy. Now, these are, I think, elementary points. But let's move forward. Now, I've always said that the Republicans are so crazy, not always said, actually I used to be a Republican, but I've been saying for the last 5 years, Republicans are so crazy that one day they might just argue for a 0% tax rate. And I'm not sure I even believed it. But there it was, Michelle Bachmann saying, oh, if we just make capital gains tax rate 0%, everything would be fine. 0%. Okay, now, you know what capital gains tax cuts do? It makes the rich richer. Because if you're an average person working in America, you're a truck driver, you're a plumber, whatever you are, and you are getting by on your income and you're living paycheck to paycheck or putting a little bit of money aside, you don't pay any capital gains. And you don't have any capital gains and you don't pay any capital gains tax. But if you have a lot of money, you invest it in the stock market, and then when you go to sell that, you pay, and according to Michelle Bachmann's new plan, you'd pay 0 taxes. So the rich would take their money and not even pay any taxes on it. You'd have to pay taxes on all your income, but they don't have to pay taxes on the money that they're putting into the stock market and elsewhere. And that would have solved the problem. She said, imagine if we just taken $1 trillion tax cut and put it into the economy. I don't have to imagine that. Bush already did it. And that's what led to this economic disaster. These last 8 years have taught Michelle Bachmann and the rest of the Republicans nothing. They think, oh, yeah, those tax cuts, yeah, that led to an economic debacle, but maybe the answer would have been more tax cuts. Cut the corporate rate from 34% to 9%. Capital gains to 0%. Man, these people are, they're lunatics. They're radicals. Imagine if they were in charge and going forward with these idiotic theories that already got us in so much trouble. But it says, Michelle Bachmann says, no. That wasn't the problem at all. It was that the Democrats have been controlling Congress for the last 2 years. Really? Really? The Democrats in the last 2 years seized power from Bush. Did you remember when they seized power from Bush? And Bush was like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. Okay, I'll pass whatever economic package you want. And then they deregulated things, right? Bush, and to be fair, at the latter part of Clinton's administration, Clinton deregulated everything. It didn't have anything to do with the Democrats in Congress the last 2 years. And all that stuff is absolutely made up. And it's really a pathetic attempt to try to blame the Democrats for problems that were clearly caused by the Republican ideology, which apparently Michelle Bachmann simply cannot let go.